base, Michael Bush. Michael Conforto in right field. Matt Shaw batting seventh at second base. Pete Crow-Armstrong in center. And Miguel Amaya doing the catching and batting ninth. We're going to take a break, come back, and get this ball game underway for you right after these words. You are listening to The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
It's game time, and that makes it the perfect time for a Flight by Yuengling. At just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Packed with flavor, Flight is the next generation of light beer. From the oldest brewery in America, look for Flight wherever you buy beer. And Patrick, on a gorgeous day here in San Diego, the Cubs have a chance after a really good ball game yesterday to win a series here in the West Coast and go home with a 500 record on a West Coast trip.
That sounds pretty good to me, Ron, and you're right. It's a beautiful day here. Matt Waldron makes his final warm-up toss. The ball goes down to second. Padres start tossing the ball around the field. The field is in immaculate condition. You almost never see a bad hop on this surface. Nico Hoerner ready to lead off. Cubs leadoff batter is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Nico gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. The first pitch of the day is in there for a strike, and away we go. Matt Waldron is a knuckleballer, and he has struggled so far this year, Ron. His earned run average, a beefy 12.46.
Yeah, the lefties have really pounded him so far in his first couple starts.
Nico takes high. What would be your approach against him?
Well, he's a knuckleballer, Pat, but can you say kind of? You know, he throws just over 30% knuckleballs. If you look back in time of the knuckleballers that we're accustomed to,
Nico swings and misses.
And that was a knuckleball, slow floater. They usually threw that pitch a lot more. You know, you were looking at a 70% of knuckleballs where he's 30. So he's much more conventional with the fastball, sinker, slider, cutter.
And the 1-2 to Nico fouled away.
His knuckleball, he's having problems with it. And you see the ERA, as you referred to right away, is very high. He's having trouble getting it to stay without spin. He's getting spin on it, and when you're throwing a 75 to 80 mile an hour pitch right down the middle, and it's not knuckling, those balls go a long way.
Let's see if Nico can get on. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Look out, up and in. 2-2. That was a fastball that time. Hoerner hitting a sturdy .293. Leads the team with 26 RBIs. Had a clutch 2-run double in last night's Cubs win. And now the 2-2. And Hoerner takes very high. These last two pitches not close to the strike zone.
Yeah, last pitch was a knuckleball, 77 miles an hour, and not close. Almost over Nico's head.
Cubs wearing their traveling uniforms, dark blue shirts with red numbers on their backs, gray trousers. And the 3-2 pitch popped up on the infield, playable for the first baseman, France. And he lets it go, and it falls in there for a base hit. He thought Cronenworth was coming over. Cronenworth thought France was going to make the play. Cubs get a break. Hard to give either man an error. It might be a base hit for Nico Hoerner on a ball that went maybe 80 feet from home plate.
Yeah, this is really odd. France had a beat on it and was camped under it. And as the ball is on its way down, he just bails on it, and it just drops, and it's a base hit.
Hoerner at first. Let's see if the Cubs take advantage of that miscue. Moises Ballesteros, the batter, he chops it foul. Moises had a grand slam on Monday. He is 2 for 8 in the series, hitting a robust .364. Alex Bregman on deck. 71 delightful degrees in San Diego. Not a cloud in the sky. And now the next pitch. Swing and a foul by Ballesteros. 312 down the right field line. It falls away quickly. 396 to center. Down the line in left, 330 footage totals in the alleys for whatever reason. I can estimate and make some guesses, and you can too, Ron. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Instead, a toss to first. No score, just underway. I would say right center is 375.
Yeah, I could go with that. I think left field's a little deeper and very deep in the farthest part of left center field. That's a long way.
Nico not running, and Ballesteros hits a ground ball toward right, gloved by the second baseman, and he throws to first in time. Cronenworth spun. I was a little startled, Ron, to see him look back at second with his momentum heading to the right field line. That would have been an impossible play to try to get Nico, but he thought better of it and then just made the short toss to first. Horner safe at second. Ballesteros is retired for 3, and here's Alex Bregman.
Yeah, I think that goes right back to the very first play where they're trying to get Nico out because they botched the first pop-up in the infield.
And the pitch on the way to Bregman, swung on and missed. By the way, Nico does get credit for a base hit on that pop fly where France was waiting underneath it, not the entire country, just the player. And he bailed out, and the second baseman, Cronenworth, could not come over in time. That's a gift base hit right there. But you'll take those, Ron.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball wide of third. Base hit left field. Horner had to wait, thinking it might be played by one of the men on the left side of the infield, so he advances only to third. Runners at first and third. Cubs with a good scoring chance. 1 away, first inning. Here's Ian Happ.
Well, I think what Bregman does, this is a knuckleball, and what you want to do as a hitter with the knuckleball is get out in front of it. You definitely don't want that ball to carry too deep. So many hitters get into the mode of they push the bat at the ball with the knuckleballer. You really got to get the barrel moving and just go ahead and let her rip. And Bregman does just that and hooks that ground ball in the hole.
Happ to bat left-handed, infield back. Ian 1 for 7 in this series, hitting .229. Let's see if he can drive in the game's first run. He takes outside for a ball. One thing I'm just reminded of, Ron, watching knuckleballers, when they miss the strike zone, sometimes it's by a matter of feet and not inches.
Yeah, very tough pitch, there's no doubt. First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Now the pitch to Happ. Check swing. He takes high, 2-0.
Yep.
71 glorious degrees. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Cubs at first and third. 1 down, first inning. Happ takes up and in, ball 3. Green light or not?
I would say yes. I just know that the way left-handers hit this guy, they've killed him so far in the first 2 games. But also you got to think of the hitter. I don't think Ian is really big on swinging on 3-0 through his career.
Runners take very short leads. Happ is taking. Sometimes when your teammates are leading shorter than they normally do, it's kind of a giveaway that the guy is not going to be swinging at the pitch.
I would agree.
3-1. Now let's keep an eye on Bregman at first.
Camposano also, Pat, to note, he's got the knuckleball glove, which is a very big catcher's glove.
Happ will take inside, ball 4. Bags are loaded. Cubs with a scoring chance right away. Michael Bush with a chance to do some real damage to this Padre team.
The reason why I bring up the glove is for guys running. The glove is bigger than a first baseman's glove, big round glove. So getting the ball in and out of it at times for a guy that doesn't use it every day can be a real problem.
Now a conference on the mound. The Padre pitching coach is out to see about the starting pitcher today.
Feel like a prediction, a Bosch prediction, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch? Well, I am going to say that Waldron, if he stays in the game for 4 innings, we're going to see at least 2 wild pitches by him with the knuckleball.
Okay, that's a good prediction. Ruben Niebla is the pitching coach for the Padres. Bags loaded, 1 away. No score, first inning. Michael Busch, the batter. Busch is due. He is 0 for 7 in this series. Padres keep the infield back. The starting pitcher, Matt Waldron, the right-hander from the stretch, delivers. First pitch in there for a call strike.
A little backdoor breaking ball to Bushy there. 82 miles an hour. Speed gun is always powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Waldron to the belt again. A long look, and now the pitch. Busch takes way outside. Waldron is a big man, 6'3", 229, born and still lives in Omaha, Nebraska. Pitched for 4 seasons for the University of Nebraska. He's been a professional since 2019. And now the 1-1. And Busch will take a strike. And now the count is 1-2. Cubs need Busch to get rolling. He's hitting .200 with 2 home runs, 11 driven in. This would be a good time to start right now. And the 1-2 from Waldron. Busch hits a line drive up the middle, gloved by the shortstop. He will step on the bag and throw to first for a double play. What a play by Bogaerts. A line smash up the middle. The shortstop gloving it cleanly on one hop. Ran over, stepped on the bag, and threw to first to double up Michael Busch. That had base hit written all over it, but Bogaerts made it.
To right field, Connor Griffin on his 20th birthday has hit his first home run. Boy, that shot out of here.
I mean, that's something else. What a great birthday present.
7 innings of 1 hit ball for Paul Skeens. Only he could feel like that's a disappointment. Here's a line drive. Ooh. Caught by Dansby Swanson.
We call that the Swanson touch.
I love it. No matter if Dansby's hitting or not, that glove always shows up every single day, and that's why they pay them big bucks.
Going back is Geloff at the track, right to the wall, leaping at the wall, and he made an unbelievable catch. That's as good as you're ever going to see.
That's driven high in the air, right center, gone! Reds win! He wasn't in the original lineup.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Bop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that mibbity saw.
So I'll just keep ski bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep bop beat up wow, mighty saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Hey Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Jamison Tyone on the mound for the Cubs today. Jackson Merrill, the leadoff man, took a strike. Now swings and fouls it at the plate. 0-2. Zach Zaidman working alongside. He'll chime in every now and again on the out-of-town scoreboard. Bill Lippis is our engineer. Tyone coming back to Merrill. Off-speed pitch outside. Ron, as you think about Jamison Tyone, known as JMO to his teammates, what comes to mind in terms of important things to watch?
Well, I think fastball command is one.
Here's a fly ball to left, shallow, angling over toward the line as Happ gets there and makes the catch in the sunshine. Just in fair territory and shallow left, and that's out number one. No score, and here is Fernando Tatis Jr.
So I think for almost all pitchers, you could say fastball command, is the number one thing you have to have pitching starting. But for JMO, it's that breaking ball command to the left-hander. When he has great command of that ball coming back to the outside corner, he is really tough to hit.
Fernando Tatis gets jammed and hits a fly ball to center. Routine play for Pete Crow-Armstrong. Tatis never did drop the bat. He just carries the bat with him back to the first base dugout. Tatis must be a little frustrated, Ron. This is the closing in on the end of the first month. He is still looking for his first home run.
Yeah, we're a month into the season or more and does not have a home run.
Manny Machado, the batter. Manny did not play last night. We saw him in the opener. He looked very healthy, going 2 for 4, 3 for 4 actually. And he had a big 5 RBI game on Sunday against Arizona down in Mexico City. But he's back in there today, and he swings away and fouls it away.
He had a lower leg issue. He had 2 doubles and a single. Had to stretch both doubles. He's not running all that hard around first. He had to stretch both of them to get to second base before Happ's throw.
Machado takes a strike. Cubs in their visiting uniforms, dark blue shirts with red numbers and gray trousers, blue hats. Machado lines one down the left field line, foul. Padres in their home whites with brown hats and numbers and sleeves and socks. And a variety of shoe colors for players on both teams. Machado swings and misses, strike 3. And it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Jamison Tyone. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago.
Aboard ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin last year, the first 30-30 season in D-backs history.
Corbin Carroll lines it to right. And it's off the wall. Marte coming around. Corbin Carroll, he's going the distance. He's going for speed.
94 down and in, right in his wheelhouse. Thought that ball had a chance to get out of here off the bat, but it hits at the base of the fence out there. And then one of our favorite things to watch, Corbin Carroll legging out a triple.
High in the air to right. Carpenter back to the track. He's back to the wall. And it's gone.
Halfway home to the cycle for Corbin Carroll. It's his first of the year, and it's 5-0 Diamondbacks to the bottom of the second.
Breaking ball down and in slider, battling, trying to locate that pitch. And that's not where you want to throw it to a lefty, especially when that lefty's named Corbin Carroll. 2 big blasts.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Top 2, Cubs and Padres are scoreless. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Pat?
Let's see if Michael Conforto can get a hit this time, Zach. Thank you. Conforto hitting .308. Looking for his first home run in a Cub uniform. This might be the day for that. Pitch to Conforto, off speed and down low. The umpires today, Mark Ripperger behind the plate. Shane Livensparger at first. Dan Merzel is the second base umpire, and the crew chief, Dan Bellino, at third. Here's the 1-1. Inside for a ball, 2-1.
Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. They're playing Conforto a little bit around towards left center and deep.
Here's a deep drive into left center field. Pretty well hit. Back goes Merrill to the center field fence. Drops the ball. He got there, but he leaped up and dropped the ball. He may have taken a home run away from Conforto. It's going to be a double for Michael as he cruises into second. I don't know if they'll give him an error. Certainly Merrill thinks he should have caught it, Ron. He was there. He did rob him of a home run. It's going to be a two-base hit.
Yeah, he jumps and goes to squeeze the ball, and it hits him like in that heel of the glove. And he just never even comes close to catching it or securing it. And it's a double for Conforto.
So it's a leadoff two-bagger. Here's Matt Shaw. And the pitch on the way to Matt is in there for a called strike. Doubles by Cubs batter, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. Shaw waiting for the 0-1 and takes the ball down low.
Camposano, the catcher, ball was down and away, knuckleball, and he went to catch it, and the ball went in that great big glove he's got, and he looked at the backstop thinking the ball got by him. He didn't even feel it in the glove. That's when you know you get a big glove.
Here comes the 1-1 now to Matt Shaw. And he'll hit a bouncing ball slowly towards short. Picked by Bogarts. Low throw dug out nicely by France on the other end.
That's a nice play by France. Bogarts has made a couple good plays already. Really robbed Michael Busch. He comes in on this slow roller, and France stretched out, on that home plate side of the bag. He's not a real tall guy, but he goes down and gets this ball. Very nice play.
Score at 6-3 on the play. A rare occasion where a runner at second advances to third on a ground ball to the left side. Now the infield is in. Pete Crow-Armstrong is up. And let's see if Pete can drive in the game's first run. He swings and misses. 0-1 fastball. Pete belted a long home run to dead center late in last night's game in the 7th. That's the one that kind of put it on ice for the Cubs in their 8-3 win. Waldron working from the stretch. Infield in all the way around. Pete hits a ground ball to first. France gloves it, makes the play unassisted. Holding at third is Conforto. Out number 2. And here's Miguel Amaya. I'm just thinking about game momentum run. The Cubs let a great scoring chance slip away in the first. They have a leadoff double here in the second. They don't want back-to-back innings to be walking away empty-handed to begin the day.
Yeah, the first inning, bases loaded, 1 out. Bushy hits ball about as hard as you can hit it, and Bogarts turned it into an incredible double play.
Amaya will take a strike. Miguel Amaya hitting .234. Conforto leads in foul territory at third. Another good crowd. We've had a pair of sellouts the first 2 nights. I'm not sure if we'll get there today, but it's a good gathering. Off speed and down low, and now the catcher, Camposano, says, I want to appeal that last pitch. I want to challenge it. He thought it was a strike.
He just didn't catch the knuckleball. It hit the glove, but yeah, it's got a lot of the play. Yep. You're going to see this a lot today. This is going to be for the catcher, when you don't see many knuckleballers through the years, now these, this ball right down the middle at the knees and just clanked it.
Miguel Amaya waiting now for the 0-2 pitch. A long look by Waldron, and this delivery is outside. Miguel's father, Maximiliano, is the mayor of his hometown of La Villa de los Santos in Panama.
Now, his family was here this weekend in San Diego. I saw them at breakfast a couple times this week.
There's a ball just outside to Miguel. Very nice young man.
Kind of like Miguel. Very nice. I had a chance to say hi to him both days, and very nice people. Should be proud of their son. He's done a very nice job for the Cubs. And great getting back from a really tough year last year with injuries.
I think you could have been a good mayor, Ron, now that I think about it.
I don't know about that.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the stretch. The lead at third by Conforto. The pitch. Fouled away. Miguel was fooled, but able to still reach and get a piece of that one to stay alive.
The one thing you do see with a knuckleballer on the mound or a guy that has one, you will see some ugly attempts at catching the ball behind the home plate by the catcher and some really strange swings sometimes by the hitters.
Yeah. Now the 2-2 from the right-hander. Off the inside, and the count 3-2. Waldron up to 36 pitches, and we're still in the second inning. No score in the game. Amaya trying to drive in Conforto, who leads at third. And the 3-2 pitch popped up, foul, coming back near our booth and back out of play. Getaway day for the Cubs. No game tomorrow. The Arizona Diamondbacks will be at Wrigley all weekend long. Day games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all starting at 1:20 in the afternoon. Go to Cubs.com for ticket information and availability. And then the Cincinnati Reds come calling on Monday night for 4 games. That's a big early season series. Here comes the payoff pitch. And Amaya hits it foul off to the right, out of play. The Reds, one of the surprise teams so far.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it funny how certain managers, no matter where they're at, they find a way to win? Isn't that something?
We were talking about Craig Counsell thinking of managers, 900 wins. Terry Francona is the leading active manager in terms of wins in big league ball. I'll find the number that
Tito won in Boston.
Has.
Yeah, one in Cleveland, and now has made a winner out of the Cincinnati Reds.
Here's the pitch on the way. McGuy bounces one up the middle, base hit to center field. Miguel Amaya drives in the game's first run. He really battled him, Ron. He laid off some tough pitches. He fouled off a couple of others, and finally bounced one right up the middle for a run-scoring single as Conforto tallies. It's 1-0 Cubs.
That gets a fastball, and this one middle of the plate and down, and Miguel just shoots this ball right back where it came from, and as you said, he drives in the first run for the Cubs.
RBI number 6 for Miguel Amaya. RBIs for the Cubs bring a lot of joy to that dugout.
Yeah. Very profound once again today.
2 down, a run in. And the pitch on the way to Nico Horner. He hits a high pop fly into shallow left. The shortstop Bogart's out and calling. Makes the catch to end the inning. But the Cubs get a run on a couple of hits. Amaya picks up the RBI. It's on to the bottom of inning number 2. Cubs 1, San Diego nothing on the score.
Murakami at the plate, and he swings, hits a high drive out into center field, and he's hit another one.
Show me the moon! 5 straight games with a home run. Learn this man's name, because he is something to watch.
That was a colossal home run, and Murakami just obliterated that baseball. That was 451 feet. You could tell when it left the bat, it just exploded.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Today at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. On Monday, May 18th, the Cubs will celebrate with special entertainment, music, in-game recognitions as well, presented by House Foods. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs Heritage jersey. Don't miss this offer. Pat?
We go to the bottom of the second inning, Zach. Thank you. Xander Bogaerts leads it off. And he'll take the first pitch high from Jamison Tyone. Terry Francona, the current active leader in Major League Baseball managers for wins with 2,052. He's been a good one. And I think simply by breaking the Red Sox long curse and being the manager of that World Championship team, I think he deserves to be in Cooperstown someday, don't you?
Absolutely. He's one of those guys that everywhere he's been, their teams have won. Big market, small market, didn't matter. He's won everywhere he's been.
He was a player in Milwaukee for one of the years when I worked there. Here's a fly ball to left. Easy play for Happ. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 1. Tyone with a favorable beginning to the day. He has set down the first 4 hitters. Cubs lead 1-0, and the batter is Ty France.
He was my manager in Double-A in Birmingham years ago, and that team won a championship. He's always been a guy that's known how to get the best out of his players.
He's managing the Reds, and we'll see him at Wrigley next week.
And as you know, a great guy. He's fun to talk to.
Mm-hmm. Ty France hitting .317. He's 4 for 7 in this series. Takes outside for a ball. Terry Francona was involved in a play that I've only seen one time in all of my years of baseball announcing. He was at the plate in a game in Milwaukee.
This has to be funny if he's involved in it.
Ken Kaiser was the umpire.
Oh, boy. Yep,
it was an intentional. Now, think about this, right? It was an intentional base on balls.
Okay.
After the second or third pitch, I see Francona and Kaiser jawing at each other right in the middle of an intentional walk. And then Terry gets ejected from the game during the intentional walk.
Wow.
I had never seen that before or since. This is many, many years ago, probably 35 years ago. Here's a line drive to left. Right there, though, is Ian Happ to make the catch. What had happened, apparently, there was a play about a week or 10 days prior.
Yeah.
I think it was in Anaheim. Terry had hit a line drive. One of the outfielders for the Angels came in and tried to make a shoestring catch. Kaiser was the third base umpire. He says, he got him, he's out. They showed the replay. It should have been a base hit. The ball clearly bounced in front of the fielder.
Right.
Terry was upset at that point. And then when, 10 days later, he's in Milwaukee, here's a ground ball to first. And gloving it and making the play unassisted is Andujar. It's a 1-2-3. He started up the argument again right in the middle of the intentional walk. He had time to kill.
Yeah, right.
And he got ejected.
Yeah, Kaiser wheeled him.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Levitating in midair. He was parallel to the ground.
Sosa gets it across in time for the out.
Durbin Heat glove comes up throwing. Picked out by Contreras. In front of the bag. Bare hand grab and a one-hop throw. Hoskins able to hang on.
Dives, and he got it. Holy smokes, what a catch by Davis Schneider.
And Razor Ramon leaps up. Oh, he made the catch. Cross the body throw to first. In time. Sensational. Incredible play. Leaps up to make the catch.
I'm 6'4" and you're out.
Reaches in, made a great catch. Oh, baby, what a play. And that's going to be off the wall. He plays the bounce perfectly, fires into second base, the tag, and he's out.
This is a remarkable play by Jake Mangum to get a whole hand from his left field spot.
Machado doing his thing over at the hot corner.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Auto owners make sense for you.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
We go to the third inning. First pitch to Ballesteros is hit to left field in the air, caught by Castellanos for out number one. One away, and the batter now is Alex Bregman.
I think for the guys, the left-handers, Ballesteros swung at the very first pitch and he hit a line drive to left, so you can't complain about that. But this is one of those guys for a left-hander you can kind of be a little on the patient side and see if you get a pitch that you can really wallop and maybe look to blast one to right.
Bregman had a single to left his first time. Here's the windup by Waldron and the pitch to Bregman. It's in there for a strike. Cubs on top 1-0, out hitting San Diego 4-0 so far. And here comes the 1-1 from the San Diego right-hander. The knuckleballer deals. The ball is bounced to third, picked by Andujar. The throw across in time. And that's out number two. And it brings up Ian Happ.
Third inning is brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. People in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. Kenny Kaiser. He was something to play.
He's a character.
Oh, my gosh. He was a wrestler before he became an umpire, like a professional wrestler, like that. What we see now, the Hulk Hogan and all that.
Theatrical wrestler. Mm-hmm.
And you could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would make me laugh at third base. Oh, my gosh. The things that he'd say. Oh, hilarious.
Here comes the 0-1 now to Ian Happ. Swing and a miss. Ian with a count of 0-2. It'll be a while before the Cubs see the Padres again. Exactly 2 months from today, June the 29th. A 3-game series begins between these two teams. Go to Cubs.com. They're They're a team with a lot of star players. Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. and Xander Bogaerts is a good player.
Yeah. Can't make a better play than he did at short on that bullet that Michael Busch hit. He turned it into a double play with the bases loaded.
That was in the very first inning. Outside for a ball. The Cubs got their only run in the second. Miguel Amaya, a 2-out run-scoring single.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
We're going to play the attendance game, the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game as we move along. Happ hits a fly ball into shallow right. Coming in, Tatis makes an easy catch. 3 up, 3 down, middle of inning number 3. Cubs 1, Padres nothing. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5.
And Pedro Pajes spoils the shutout. At the track, at the wall, J.J. Weatherholt ties it up. Welcome home, rookie.
2 outs, the 0-1. Tucker with a base hit into center field, and Kyle Tucker has his moment, a walk-off winner.
Line to left field, Davis Schneider back, dives, he caught it! Holy smokes, what a catch by Davis Schneider in left field.
Oh, how about Ben Williamson? Now that's his own kind of artistry.
I mean, come on. You know, we've seen Ben Williamson make some fantastic plays. I don't know if anyone better than that.
Ranger Suarez, who has just been spectacular tonight. He's had 6 innings tonight, 6 out of the 7, where he's only faced 3 batters. And in there for strike 3 as he gets to 10 strikeouts. A magnificent performance tonight.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
By TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Bottom 3, Cubs with a 1-0 lead over the Padres. It's 70 and sunny in San Diego. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
Jake Cronenworth will lead off against Jamison Tyone. First pitch in for a strike. Big right-hander Tyone coming back. Cronenworth swings and misses at a good change.
Now,
Nothing in 2.
As Zach was reading the time and temperature read, I was thinking yesterday, how tough would it be to be a weatherman here? Just like hit, just repeat. It's 70 and sunny.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Seems like you could just play the recording day after day after day.
Right? Did you read that same thing 3 times in a row, Zach? Just didn't even look?
Well, it was night games, the first 2 nights here. But
so
yes,
68?
Yeah,
so 68
so
at the start instead of 71?
Sometimes 67, yeah.
1 away. Here is Nick Castellanos. And the pitch on the way to Nick is in there for a strike.
We had some tours early in the day coming by our booth as I was doing my book. A lot of Cub fans in one of the tours. It was almost all Cub fans. And they were joking about the weather. And I was like, can you bottle this, guys, and bring it home with us?
Castellanos pokes it foul off to the right and out of play.
They were asking, where is Pat Hughes?
I'm sure they were.
They were missing the gunner. The gunner was having a little breakfast, I think, and he was not here.
0-2 on Castellanos, former Cub. Castellanos had the key hit in Game 1, a 2-run single. Padres winning the opener 9-7. Cubs retaliating with an 8-3 win last night. So many series run in baseball come down to that 3rd game. Strike three called. Castellanos is out on strikes. Taillon with his second strikeout. Make it his second in a row, I should say. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. 2 down, nobody on. J-Mo has set down the first 8 men he's faced. Luis Campusano, the batter. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Zach Zaidman is ready to initiate the guesses for this Wednesday. So, Zach, you go right ahead.
I'm going to go 39,500.
Here is a pitch down low. So, Zach going below the figures of the first 2 nights. We had 41,000 Monday night, 40,000 last evening. What do you like, Ron?
I will say 33,000.
Boy, quite a disparity between the 2 guesses there. Bill Lippis is our engineer. He's going to play the game today, too. We're going to waive the normal entry fee for old Bill.
Oh, no, he slapped the 20 on me. He's in.
All right, fine. Let's make it 40. Here's a... he's our good friend. He does a great job.
His look when I said that, eyeballs almost popped right out of his glasses.
As if to say, that's news to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 3-2 on Campusano, the number 9 hitter.
Now you're stalling pretty well. Do you not have a guess?
Not just yet. Thanks for asking. Here's the 3-2, pulled on the ground, foul toward third. I'm just contemplating Bill Lippis joining our game.
Yeah, there you go.
Smiling back there. He's ready to play. Let's see. I'm going to guess 35,053. 35053. Strike 3, and Campusano is out on strikes. Jamison Taillon just tied a big league record that will never be broken. He struck out 3 men in 1 inning. I guess you could strike out.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
It up. Lopez fires his mask right into the gut of Tim Raines. Injury to insult.
Now you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Oh, that got me. Oh, was that funny? I know it's not funny, but he's all right.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables. No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
That's Serta with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose Serta Pro Painter.
When choosing a financial partner, you want people you trust. At Consumers Credit Union, you can trust they put you first. Partner with the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Couple of finals. White Sox edge the Angels 3-2 in 10. Colson Montgomery with a walk-off single.
Sounds like he's got 2 last names. Go ahead, Zach.
Just with a 2-run single for Cleveland as the Guardians knock off the Rays 3-1. Pat?
Michael Busch leads it off. He'll take outside for ball 1. And the next pitch, boy, is he working quickly. Outside for ball 2. And now the 2-0 pitch to Bush, popped up foul back near our booth and back out of play. Michael Conforto on deck, and then Matt Shaw. Plenty of Cub fans are here. Miguel Amaya drove in the game's only run so far. Here's the 2-1 to Bush. Pulled foul right side. We're going to pass along a station ID shortly. Cubs wrapping up a road trip today. Cubs will head home right after the game, enjoy the day off tomorrow. And a 7-game homestand starts on Friday at Wrigley. Fastball up and in, 3-2.
I always enjoy coming out west for ball games, L.A., San Diego, San Francisco. I'm always ready to head back home, too, when the series is over.
Sure. It's hard to win out here. That's one reason why you feel that way. The 3-2. Fly ball center field. The shortstop is there making the catch. Bogarts was in amongst a trio. Cronenworth, the second baseman. Merrill, the center fielder. Tatis, the right fielder. All kind of in that vicinity, but you knew it was going to be Bogarts to make the play, and it was. So Bush pops out to the shortstop. Bogarts has a lot of range out at short.
Yeah, really good athlete. Very confident player. One thing I'm seeing with him today that you never see in professional baseball these days.
One away. Here's Conforto bouncing one to first. Fair. Fielded by France. Shovels it to the pitcher on the bag. That's out number 2. Ron, go ahead.
He is wearing flip-down sunglasses. Right?
They used to be very popular.
We all wore them when you and I grew up playing baseball. There were no sunglasses on the field. You wore flip downs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you wore flip
on
downs.
the side.
Yep. And that went away, with the glass companies. The glasses getting better and better and more formed to your face so you can see better. And I wore glasses when I played on defense, not as a hitter.
Shaw bunts toward third. That's going to be a good bunt. It's a fair ball. It's a bunt single from Matt Shaw. We're going to pass along a 10-second station break. We'll be right back. You are listening to The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. We are 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR-FM and HD1 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Let's keep an eye on Shaw at first. He's got some good wheels being held by France.
He's got a big lead.
Pete Crow-Armstrong at the plate. And he'll take a strike. Guys like to run against knuckleballers for the simple reason it takes longer for the knuckleball to get from the pitcher's hand to the catcher's glove.
Yeah, and very difficult to just catch. They got a different glove. They get a great big glove. A lot of variables for the catcher with a knuckleballer on the mound.
PCA drives one in the air to right field. Did he get it? Did he get it? Yes! It's a 2-run home run for Pete Crow-Armstrong. A line drive, fair by maybe 30 feet, just into the first or second row of the stands. He has homered in back-to-back games. Maybe this is a turnaround. Cubs lead 3-0. That's a big one.
Yeah, that really is. And, for Pete, he's, had his struggles with contact, but Zach, in the pregame show, had Counts talking about Pete being a little more selective, not swinging quite so much, and I think it's paying off as he's starting to get a little more of a zone, and he hit that ball, line drive bullet out of the ballpark.
Number 3 for Pete Crow-Armstrong. He now has 12 RBIs. Anytime they'll run a guy go homers in back-to-back games, you always hope that gets him back on the track that he wants to be on.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned that this morning. We saw that with Seiya Suzuki last week, and his continued.
Here's Amaya bouncing one toward the middle. To his left, Bogarts gloves it. The big shortstop throws to first in time. But a good old-fashioned 2-out rally. Matt Shaw a bunt single. And then Pete Crow-Armstrong, a 2-run home run. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Cubs.
BCA back at the track, leaping, and he stole a homer. Oh, Pete Crow-Armstrong. Whoa, he caught that.
To keep from being decapitated by that comebacker.
And Chris Sale is pitching at Jim. That is 9 strikeouts.
Kyle Harrison, a career best 12 strikeouts. He strikes out the side in the 6th, probably his last inning, and he'll exit with 6 shutout innings. What a performance.
Into the alleyway and out of here. The long and winding road to the finish line is paved royal blue. Lane Thomas.
Torkelson drives one deep to left field. Watch it fly. Spencer Torkelson. He's homered in 5 straight ball games.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app. Pat?
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Jackson Merrill first up.
Thought you were going to share that with our audience, that last question.
Well, I could.
It's totally up to you.
I could. Here's the 0-1. It's taken down low for a ball. We checked out of our nice hotel here in San Diego, and for 3 days I've been looking at this. I wasn't sure what it was. I would label it, but I had no clue what it was.
Yes.
There's a ground ball to first, 1 hop, fielded by Bush. He will shovel it to Tyone, a little tardy getting over, but he got there just in time to receive the throw and record the out. And that's out number 1. But it was a little black tube, and I noticed I had no idea what it was. Okay. I thought maybe my wife had mistakenly put something in the suitcase before I left.
And set it right on your desk?
Not that she's ever done that, but I thought it might have been a first.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I started kind of, holding this black tube and trying to hit areas and see if I could get a noise. And sure enough, I did. I got a noise out of it.
Yeah, and what was the noise? What was that?
Kind of like a walrus.
Yeah, so it was.
And I thought, I don't really have much need for that type of sound in my room.
So did you figure out what it was?
Not at all. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Chopped toward third. I actually took it down to the front desk.
Really?
And I said, ma'am, could you please tell me exactly what this is? Because I have no clue. And she said, oh, that's a speaker.
Oh.
I said, for what?
Well, I would guess it's one of those where your phone can hook up into it.
Here's a bouncer to short, fielded by a Horner, and the throw to first is in time. I said, well, ma'am, first of all, I've never seen a speaker that looks anything close to this.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I went back to the room, and sure enough, it does make some funny sounds.
Yeah.
But what do you do with that device?
Well, your phone, you can hook up to it and then play your music that you have on your phone through that speaker in the room, if you'd like.
But it sounded like a walrus. Here is a swing and a foul out of play.
I think you need to change your music on the phone then. That doesn't sound like some Jimmy Buffett that I know you like or anything. I didn't think.
No.
God rest his soul. He sounded like a walrus.
It sounded like a wounded animal. It did.
No?
Manny Machado will take a strike.
We can work on that next trip.
There's a long list. 0-2 on Machado. The pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. Jamison Tyone is razor sharp. That's 4 shutout innings. Padres still looking for their first hit. As we go to inning number 5, Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer. And I'm going to go try to...
Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Nico Hoerner leads off the top of the 5th for the Cubs, and he looks at a knuckleball for a strike from Matt Waldron. Cubs with a 3-0 lead over the Padres. The big hit of the game, Pete Crow-Armstrong in the 4th, a 2-run shot down the right field line, his 2nd consecutive game going deep. The next pitch to Hoerner is low for a ball, so the count is 1-1. They say the home runs come in bunches. And it looks like Pete Crow-Armstrong is beginning to get locked in here. The 1-1 delivery to Hoerner. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Took a hefty cut at a fastball, 1-2.
We were talking on it the other day in Los Angeles. One of his last outs he made in that series was to left field. He was on time, hit it a mile in the air, but to left center field. And some of the approaches in Los Angeles look like...
that one hits Hoerner in the helmet. His knees buckled for a quick moment. Now he races to first, but Craig Counsell is not letting things go that simply. He's jogging out to first with trainer Nick Frangella. They're going to take a look at Hoerner.
Yeah, this is one of those things where this is a fastball. This isn't a knuckleball, but it's a fastball. And he catches him in the side of the helmet. And Nico gave the knee buckle, but then was smiling. And, I mean, it hits him right in the side of the head.
It was a 90-mile-per-hour fastball that connected flush on the helmet.
Nick Frangella, the Cubs head trainer, is really right in Nico's face, making sure that he's okay. Nico's smiling, but...
All right, so Frangella and Counsell have seen enough. They're satisfied that Hoerner is okay, so he stays in the game. He's at first base, and Counsell and Frangella take a slow walk back to the Cubs dugout along the third base line. That was scary.
Yeah, there's been a lot of, and I don't think it's intentional. I don't. But there's been a lot of pitches up and into Cubs hitters in this series. There have been. I would guess there's been 4 or 5 guys knocked down and 3 or 4 up and in, and now a hit in the helmet. That's a lot.
Moises Ballesteros digs in. Check swing. Did he go around at a knuckleball in the dirt? Yeah, he did. 0-1.
And there's no bad blood between either team, so I'm not saying they're trying to, knock down hitter after hitter for the Cubs or anything like that. But, as a hitter, you get a little tired of that when you're watching that quite a bit.
Horner has a Steelers lead at first. The 0-1 to Ballesteros. He fouls it back on the ground, 0-2. Ballesteros 0 for 2 today, a ground out and a fly out. Came into the game hitting nearly 500 Coom over his last 15 games. And that's one of the reasons he's now in the number 2 hole in the lineup.
Exactly right.
France holding on, Horner at first. Waldron throws to first. Nico gets back standing up.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Ballesteros overall this season hitting at .353, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. Nico dancing off the bag. He doesn't go. The pitch. Ripped on the ground, foul off to the right. As Ballesteros pulled a cutter. Count remains 0-2.
Nico with that, he tries to time the pitcher and hop off and go. He did that. He hopped off one hop and then was kind of out in no man's land, but Waldron did not see him.
That time Waldron threw to first. Horner gets back standing up. A lot of movement off the first base bag by Nico. Ballesteros waits. 0-2 the count, a long set. Nico goes. Here's the pitch. A ground ball hit on the right side. Fielded by Cronenworth, roaming to his left. His only play is to flip to first in time to get Ballesteros. 1 away. Horner advances to second.
Ballesteros out and hooks this ball. Not sure if it was a knuckleball or not, but he went out and hooked it. Hit it sharply, but right at Cronenworth.
So Horner's in scoring position with 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Cubs up 3-0. The batter, Alex Bregman, 1 for 2 today with a single. Right-handed batter against the right-hander Waldron, who kicks and fires. And misses up high with a knuckleball, 1-0.
With the knuckleball, the rule was see it high, let it fly, and that means your swing. If the knuckleball's down, you let it go. It's going to end up in the dirt.
That last pitch was at 77 miles per hour. Bregman waits. Here comes the 1-0. Low and outside. Another knuckleball. 2-0. Does it work kind of like a wiffle ball when you're a kid?
Yeah, when you throw a wiffle ball with the holes on one side and you throw the knuckleball and it just kind of bounces all over. There's no rhyme or reason to where it's going to go. For the knuckleball pitch, you just kind of aim in the middle of the plate and let it do its thing. That's what you do.
Waldron steps off the rubber, so Nico heads back to second base. Yeah, the knuckleball can make you look silly, but it can also make the pitcher look silly at times.
Absolutely.
2-0 the count. Bregman waits. Horner at second base. 1 down. Here's the pitch. Inside. That was a sinking fastball. 3-0.
Waldron, I would say, is not a knuckleball pitcher. He is a pitcher that has a knuckleball in his arsenal. That's what I would say about him. He's definitely not the traditional old knuckleball pitcher that we used to see.
The 3-0 delivery is a called strike. Went with a fastball there, 3-1. So he's not Phil Niekro.
No, or Tim Wakefield or one of them where they, the primary pitch was the knuckleball. This is definitely not his primary pitch. He throws all the pitches, but a knuckleball is one of them, and he throws it 30% of the time.
Now the 3-1 delivery. A knuckleball that floats into the zone for strike, 3-2. It's right down the middle, but I'm sure there was a lot of movement, so Bregman did not attempt to swing. Full count. Horner at second base, 1 down, top 5, Cubs with a 3-0 lead. A rubber match here in San Diego. A long set and the pitch. Swing and a tap foul at the plate. That was a fastball.
with some sink to it. Bregman just got a piece of it. Home plate umpire Mark Ripperger dusting off home plate.
I think that one got a bite of the catcher.
Campusano. And now we're ready for the resumption of play. Bregman, a mostly upright stance, very little bend at the knees, stands deep in the box. Waldron peers in, acknowledges the sign from Campusano, puts the ball in the glove, sets the belt with Horner at second base. Here comes the 3-2. And a pop-up behind second base. On the dirt, Cronenworth's there and makes the catch. 2 away as Bregman is retired. And it'll bring up the cleanup man, Ian Happ.
Bregman put a good swing on that pitch. He hit it right on the barrel, just hit it straight up.
Appeared to be a fastball that Bregman popped up there. All right, so here's Happ. He's reached base now in 21 consecutive games after walking in the first. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Waldron with Horner at second base. 2 down, top 5. The pitch. A check swing foul ball off the netting to the left. 0-1. Cleanup hitters for the Cubs are sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Frigidaire kitchen today at grandappliance.com. The pitch. A ground ball hit foul on the ground off to the right, which would make it a ground ball, obviously. 0-2. Day game after night game.
You are, my friend.
Yeah, it happens. It's a pretty quiet crowd here at Petco Park.
They haven't had a lot to cheer about.
Yeah, but there are a lot
Look
of
at the
Cub fans
scoreboard.
here.
There's not a lot going on for the San Diego Padres through the first 4.
0-2. Happ waits. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Talked to Happ yesterday on the pregame show, and in the 10 years that he's been in the big league, said no era of player has experienced more dramatic change from a rule standpoint than Happ and his peers. And he's kind of right when you start to think about it. Here's the 0-2. That's high and inside. So 1-2 the count.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, baseball's taken a major change over the last 10, 12 years. There's no doubt.
Heavy reliance on metrics and analytics. Now you have the universal DH, instant replay. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. A fastball that froze Happ right at the top of the zone along the inside edge. So Horner stranded at second base.
Montgomery, the batter.
Montgomery! My goodness, the Sox go back to back to back. This offense is clicking right now.
3 straight home runs. 7-0.
He gets it on the inside part of the plate and takes it out. 440 feet.
Colson Montgomery hit one off the center field wall in his first at bat. Decided he had to do a little bit better.
In the dirt, blocked again. Here comes Garcia. Nobody's covering home. The Royals win. The Royals flush their frustration. Hard ground ball. Runner breaks from third. Throw home for a tag. Myers extends. Save. He avoided the tag at the plate. A disappearing act to dive at the dish.
Deep out to left center. Carter's back. Reaches up and he makes the catch. Evan Carter just brought a home run back. That saved 3 runs.
My goodness, the Sox go back to back to back. This offense is clicking right now.
Cedon back onto the warning track on the run, leaps and makes a spectacular play. Cedon is Spider-Man, and there's one away.
My God.
The coordination to get there to make the play and then to absorb the wall.
Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Saturday, May 2nd, the Cubs take on the Diamondbacks at 1:20 in the afternoon as Xander Bogaerts leads off the last of the fifth by looking at a ball low from Jameson Taillon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans on May 2nd will receive a Kerrywood bobblehead presented by Coca-Cola. Taillon with the high leg kick and pitch, and Bogaerts takes ball 2 low, and now the Cubs are going to challenge this. Taking a look at the video board here as they show us the replay. And it was low.
Pitches the ball, Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
So the Cubs lose a challenge. They've got 1 more remaining.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Count is 2-0. Taillon delivers and clips the outside portion of the plate for a strike with a cutter. 2-1 the count. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. The next pitch is another called strike. Slow moving breaking ball from Taillon. 2-2.
Jamos had great command of his pitches today. You know, when you go 2-0 and you can throw a cutter and then a breaking ball and get right back in the count.
Now the pitch. Pop foul out of play off to the right by Bogaerts. Count remains 2-2. Cubs with a 3-0 lead over the Padres here in the last of the fifth. No Padre has reached base so far today. Here comes the 2-2 by Jamo. Slow moving bouncing ball foul off to the left.
Another good hook. Bogaerts was 2-0 in the count and has not gotten off of good swing. Jamos made some really good pitches to Bogaerts since he went 2-0.
Taillon rocks back. High leg kick and pitch. And Bogaerts hits a pop fly, shallow right. Angling over Shaw, and the second baseman makes the catch. Moving toward the foul line between Bush, the first baseman who was dropping back, and the right fielder Conforto, who was charging in. 1 away.
Another good pitch by Jamo to get the leadoff guy Bogaerts out on just a little pop-up.
So Coombe 13 up, 13 down for the Padres.
He's been very good so far. It's been fun to watch.
Ty France digs in. Powerful right-handed batter. The pitch. Low and inside. 1-0. France flied out to left his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Hits out of an extreme crouch. It's an open stance. The pitch. Popped in the air. Foul out of play. Off to the right. 1-1. Right side of the infield. Playing France to pull. Outfield just about straight away. Here's the pitch. And a high fly ball hit to deep left. Happ now comes in short of the track, angling toward the line. He's got it and makes the catch. 2 away.
Jamo watching that ball all the way. He got away with one there. He hasn't made many bad pitches at all today, but he hung a breaking ball to France, who's very strong, and France hit it a mile in the air, and Happer pulls it in right at the front edge of the track.
So 2 down. Miguel Andujar at the plate. Right-handed batter. The pitch. This is low and outside. There are a couple of guitars in the visiting clubhouse here at Petco Park. As Taillon works his motion, the 1-0 delivery is a called strike, sinking fastball. 1-1 now on Andujar. And Jamo, I guess, started playing the guitar when he was recovering from Tommy John surgery. He serenaded his teammates earlier in this series. The pitch is a called strike. A cutter that drops into the zone. 1-2.
Serenaded him, you say?
Yeah, with the guitar.
Wow.
Like you're on a European vacation somewhere in Spain, right? Here's the 1-2. And a high drive hit to deep left. Happ goes back at the track near the wall, looks up, it's gone. First hit of the ball game for the Padres, and it's a solo shot to left by Miguel Andujar. It comes with 2 away here in the 5th. 3-1 Cubs.
That's the second breaking ball of the inning I think J-Mo would like to have back. He threw one to France, and he hit it a mile in the air to the track. And now this one starts out up and in and breaks down to that inner half, and Andujar just stayed on it and didn't miss it.
A 387-foot drive to left, hitting the second deck, which is attached to that Western Metal Supply Company building. The batter now, Jake Cronenworth, and he looks at a changeup for a strike, 0-1.
J-Mo should be, his pitch count's still in great shape. He's only at 57 pitches in the game.
Taillon misses low with a curveball, 1-1.
You're excused to make just a couple bad pitches in the first 5 innings, so he's thrown the ball exceptionally well today.
Here comes the pitch. High and outside. A cutter that missed, 2-1 the count now on Cronenworth, a left-handed batter who struck out swinging his first time up. Bregman playing in wide of third. Taillon delivers. Fouled out of play, second deck off to the left. There are 3 tiers from foul pole to foul pole along the grandstand.
It's a big stadium, a beautiful ballpark that they built here in San Diego.
The 2-2 delivery, way outside, full count. Yeah, it is beautiful. Wide open spaces, beautiful view of downtown San Diego from behind home plate. Taillon works on the first base side of the rubber. Here comes the payoff pitch. And Cronenworth pops it foul out of play off to the left. Good battle going on here.
When you look at the impact that Major League Baseball can have on a city, this area here was really kind of a down and out area. They put the ballpark here, and boy, it's really revitalized this area.
Taillon misses with a cutter off the outside. It's ball 4. So Cronenworth heads to first after drawing the walk.
Yeah, last pitch from J-Mo, that's his pitch. That little backdoor cutter breaking ball that he throws to the lefty away and brings it back. Just missed the outside corner.
So here comes Nick Castellanos, the ex-Cub, right-handed batter. Represents the tying run at the plate, the pitch. An awkward check swing. On appeal, no swing, says Shane Leivensparger, the first base umpire. So it's 1-0.
I don't know how he missed that. That had to be a swing. Right?
It looked like it from here. Here's the 1-0. High fly ball hit to deep left field. Happ goes back, looks up. This one is gone. And the Padres tie up the game. Nick Castellanos with a 2-run home run. 3-3 Cubs and Padres here in the 5th.
Well, things can happen in a hurry with this lineup with San Diego. They got some thumpers all up and down this lineup. Both home runs and the ball that France hit that just missed, all on the same pitch. All a breaking ball up and in the middle of the plate.
A 405-foot blast by Castellanos off the auxiliary video board in left. Tommy Hotovy out on the mound to have a brief conversation with Taillon. It's a brand new ball game, 3-3. Taillon had retired the first 14 batters he faced before a solo shot by Miguel Andujar, a walk to Cronenworth, and now a 2-run shot by Castellanos, his first home run of the year. Luis Campusano at the plate and looks at a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Campusano, the number 9 hitter in the Padres order. Taillon works his motion and misses low and outside. 1-1. Castellanos has had a big series, came into it struggling, but had that big 2-run single in game 1 and a game-tying 2-run shot here moments ago. The 1-1. Campusano looks at ball 2, a curveball that missed off the outside. 2-1.
Well, I'm watching Castellanos take early batting practice the last 2 days. You could tell he was about to snap out of it. He was swinging well.
Called strike to Campusano, a sinking fastball. 2-2. Taillon with the high leg kick and pitch. A swing and a miss at a slow-moving breaking ball. Strike 3. That ends the 5th, but the Padres with some damage. 2 home runs to tie up the game. 3-3 Cubs and Padres after 5 on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs.
Montgomery, the batter.
Montgomery! My goodness, the Sox go back to back to back. This offense is clicking right now.
3 straight home runs. 7-0.
He gets it on the inside part of the plate and takes it out. 440 feet.
Colson Montgomery, it went off the center field wall in his first at bat, decided he had to do a little bit better.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Nation for transplant volume, Francisco's living donor team removed part of his liver for his mom's transplant. Northwestern Medicine has saved the most lives through organ transplant in Illinois and its surrounding states. Northwestern Medicine. Better. Learn more at nm.org/transplant.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs, Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Michael Busch is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Cubs offense has to go back to work. This ball game is suddenly tied at 3 as we go to the 6th inning. The new pitcher on the mound, left-hander Adrian Morejon. We saw him earlier in the series. His first pitch to Busch is low for ball 1. Busch has grounded out and popped out. 3-3 game. This next offering dips down low and it's 2-0. Let's see if Busch can get on, start a little rally that will reverse the momentum back to the Cubs side. Here's the next offering. Busch takes ball 3 low and away. Opposing pitching changes. Those are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Busch taking all the way on 3-0. It's a strike, 3-1. Conforto and Shaw to follow. Big crowd in San Diego. The next pitch inside, ball 4. He gets a walk. Padres might be challenging this call. Let's take another look. It was inside. It was the right call, so the Padres lose one of their challenges. And the Cubs have Michael Busch on first with nobody out here in the 6th inning.
And Pat, that ball strike challenge is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Right you are, Zach. Let's see if Conforto now can improve the situation. Conforto with a double and a ground out today. Lefty against lefty. Morejon deals. Swing and a miss. Bush not a real adventuresome base runner. Smart base runner. Just doesn't try to take many steals. So he had a pretty good lead over at first. Conforto hits a ground ball right side, gloved by the second baseman. The throw back to second in time. And then the throw to first is an overthrow, but it stays on the field of play. They get the lead man. Cronenworth made a terrific play. Second baseman racing over toward the right field line. I mean, his momentum took him right up next to the line, but he was running hard toward that hole, gloved it, spun around, and off balance made the throw back to second base to Bogaerts to get the force on the sliding Bush. Conforto safe at first. They would not have doubled him up even had the throw been good on the back end. Here's the pitch on the way now to Matt Shaw. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike. One away and a man at first, sixth inning. 3-3 tie. Padre bullpen gets started. A right-hander starting to throw right now. A little thin cloud cover has moved into the area. Still a beautiful day, but a little on the hazy side now. Not as bright and sunny as it was earlier. Shaw takes high for a ball, 1-1.
And let's see what's on tap here in the sixth inning. Sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation light beer. Cubs could use a couple extra base hits.
PCA on deck. Shaw waiting. The runner goes. The pitch fouled away. A little hit and run on that time, Ron.
Shaw got a high fastball and tried to get on top of it. Michael Bush actually had a pretty good jump, but Shaw put a good swing on that pitch. It was just a little up out of the zone.
One away and a man at first. Now the count 1-2 on Matt Shaw. The pitch by Morejon. Line toward left, base hit. It might go all the way to the wall. It's cut off out there by the left fielder Castellanos. The throw to third not in time, and safe at second is Matt Shaw. That's a double. I thought the throw might go to second, Ron, instead of third. How about you?
That's exactly right. Castellanos throws this ball to third base to Bogaerts, who is in line with third. But if he throws this ball to second, you probably hold Shaw to a single. As soon as Shaw seen him come up throwing to third, he just kept going. So it'll be a double for Matty. Excellent base running by the Cubs.
Cubs with a chance to grab the lead. One away. Here's Pete Crow-Armstrong. Drilled a 2-run home run his last time. Now the pitch on the way. Fastball is a strike. How is he approaching this at-bat?
Now the one thing you want to do is you really want to try to stay to the middle of the field and get this ball elevated. They're going to try to spin him some pitches to get him to hook the ground ball into the defense on the right side.
Here comes the 0-1. Inside, it almost hit him. It spun him around. Thought it was going to nail him maybe up in the upper right arm, but it did not apparently. 1-1.
That's kind of a purpose pitch in off the plate to set up the breaking ball.
Infield in, runners lead, second and third, tie game. Pete swings and misses, had a good rip, came up empty. Now do you shorten your stroke a little bit just to put it in play?
Absolutely, you try to shorten it up and try to stay to the middle, even go the other way.
The left-hander Morejon.
Morejon's got a good arm. He's throwing some bullets.
Here's the pitch, swing and a pop-up foul and out of play.
He's just relying on his fastball. He threw one inside, but he's threw a couple breaking balls, but then the last three pitches have all been gas.
Pete had a line drive homer his last time up, trying to drive in the go-ahead run. The pitch, swinging a bouncer to first, heading to the plate, and the throw is going to be not in time. Not in time. France stepped on first before throwing home. He wanted to make sure of the out there, and his throw home was too late to get Michael Conforto, who slid in head first and just did get the fingertips on the plate before he was tagged, Ron.
Well, I think it's kind of an odd play. France does the right thing. This ball carries him right to first. He catches it, steps on the bag, and then throws home. But the thing for the catcher is he goes out and gets this ball. Instead of letting this ball carry to him, he goes out front on plate, catches it, and then just kind of sweeps the tag. When you get this ball, you got to dive right down in there at home plate and try to make a tag. Great slide by Conforto to touch the back edge of home plate. Excellent job by Conforto to score that run.
Since the ball was a one-hopper and it got to the first baseman quickly, I was a little surprised to see Conforto head to the plate. How about you?
Yeah, same. I didn't think he was going to go, but he did, made a great slide.
And good base running by Matt Shaw. He takes third on the play.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one headed for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the fifth inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that?
I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
/facility assessment. ComEd, powering lives. Savings will vary based on customers' usage and rate.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Bradley Rodriguez, the right-hander's first pitch, is fouled away by Miguel Amaya. That's a big run at third right now. We're in the 6th inning. The Cubs lead 4-3 on the road, trying to win 2 out of 3 in the series. Miguel Amaya drove in a run earlier. He swings and fouls it at the plate, 0-2. Bradley Rodriguez. Right-hander comes set. Rodriguez has the habit of holding his glove up by his head as he reads the target. Amaya bounces one to the shortstop. Bogarts, he will throw to first in time to get his man. The Cubs able to scratch out a run. PCA gets the RBI, his 3rd of the day, his 13th of the year. On the ground out, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs 4, Padres.
Salvi waits for a 2-2. Here it comes. And a swing and a ball well hit. Deep center. Geloff back, looking up, and it's going to be a home run.
Tattered and battered. Ball was on the line, just like the last home run he hit at the K. A frozen rope.
Salvi, a 425-foot home run, ties this game. Deflected off the building to the left of the batter's eye, and Salvi has the Royals on the board, and the game is tied 1-1.
That's a hot shot handled by Tovar. You're out. And he caught it. He held on. Wow. Tremendous play by Carson Bench.
Lee with a dive. Pick pops in, throws him out.
And falls on his face to make the catch.
Diving catch is made by Justin Crawford.
Leaping at the wall, and he made an unbelievable catch. That's as good as you're ever going to see.
This is about as good as it gets as a second baseman.
Glove by Lewis, to his feet, long throw, got him, big time play.
Suzuki reaches in, and he makes the catch at the top of the wall.
Out to second, Edwards has it, flips it to the bag,
Throws it to first. Oh, what a double play. He fires it to the plate. Bush is out. That's a 95-mile-an-hour seed from Andy Pages. Off the glove of Bush. Bare hit by Horner. To Rollison for the out. Here's a line drive. Caught by Dansby Swanson.
We call that the Swanson touch.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
This Day in Baseball History brought to you by VillageofBedfordPark.com. VillageofBedfordPark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. With Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes in San Diego, Zach Zaidman working alongside. Jamison Tyone starting the 6th inning. His pitch count is relatively low. JMO around 75 pitches for the day. And the pitch to Jackson Merrill, stroked into left field. Ian Happ is there to make the catch. A slicing liner toward the left field line. Ian stayed on it, made the catch, and that's out number 1.
Good start here to this 6th inning by JMO. Craig Counsell would love to see him end up somewhere in that 90 to 95 pitches. He's at 72 right now. That would mean you might get another inning or two out of JMO.
Here's the fastball inside for a ball. Fernando Tatis Jr. is nothing for 2 in the game as he waits at the plate. Tyone, the veteran right-hander, fires. Here's a tap past the mound slowly. Barehanded by Nico, throws to first, throws the ball away. Tatis holds it first. That's the only play Nico had. I don't think a good throw would have had him anyway. Tatis runs very well. It's an infield single. A little dribbler that just trickled past the mound.
Yeah, Nico picks this ball up barehanded as it's rolling in the infield grass. That'll tell you how far he had to go to get to that ball. And fortunate for the Cubs and for Nico, it just hits the sidewall and stays in the field of play.
The dangerous Manny Machado at the plate, and he'll take a strike.
Here's a guy you got to be careful with. He is a really good breaking ball hitter. And if you hang one, he can hit a long way. But you can also get him to hook a ground ball and be a double play candidate.
Machado nothing for 2. Pops it foul, out of play. This date in baseball history, the great Andre Dawson hit for the cycle for the Cubs on this date in 1987. That was against the Giants at Wrigley Field. He went 5 for 5.
Wow.
In addition to the single, double, triple, and homer, he just added an extra double just for good measure.
Why not, right?
5 for 5. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. His triple in the 6th inning completed the cycle. And as I read that, I was thinking, that's pretty quick in a game to have your cycle. Normally it comes in the 9th inning or maybe the 8th.
Yeah.
To have it finished by the 6th inning, very rare. Throw to first, not in time.
Andre Dawson, great guy to talk to, great stories. Kind of a quiet guy, but had a chance to hang out with him some this spring training, and just a great guy to be around.
Very, very nice man.
Yeah.
The runner goes, the pitch low, throw to second base, the tag, safe at second. Nico looking into the Cubs' third base dugout as if to say, we might want to take another look at that one. It's actually Matt Shaw playing second base. Shaw caught the throw, slapped the tag down on the head-first sliding Tatis, and it was a very close play, Ron. Let's look.
Yeah, good throw by Amaya. He gets rid of this ball in pretty good shape. Shaw gets right down into it. Like we were talking about the tag. When you go into a tag, you got to get right down in there, and he sweeps the tag down, but Tatis beat the throw.
No challenge. Tying run at second with one away. The 1-2 to Machado, fouled away. What pitch might end the at-bat, Ron?
You got options, there's no doubt. The thing you want to stay away from is making a mistake in the inner half or middle to Machado. I would say if you stay down and away from him, that would be good.
Now the pitch. Strike 3 called, and now Machado wants to challenge the call.
Down and away.
Machado apparently thought it was wide. We're watching the replay, and it was wide.
Good pitch by JMO, just off the plate away.
One away and a man at second. Cubs clinging to a 4-3 lead. Machado takes a little time, backs out of the box, takes a practice swing or two. Still waiting for the attendance figure today. The long-legged Tatis leads down at second base. And the 2-2 from Tyone. Pickoff throw to second, not in time. The crowd letting loose with an impatient groan. Tyone requesting a new ball and receives one. Each team trying to win the series here today. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and fouled away. He got away with that one.
That was a high two-seam fastball that stayed up and out over the plate.
Short lead by Tatis down at second. The pitch to Machado. Lined foul deep to left out of play. The Padres, one of the few teams in big league ball that has never won a World Series. They've been in a couple, losing in '84 in the World Series to the Tigers and in 1998 to the Yankees. The 2-2. Bouncing ball sounded like a broken bat to short, fielded by Horner, throws to first in time. Holding at second is Tatis. What a good pitch Tyone just made there.
Boy, if they're making, absolutely, if they're making some good pitches down and away, got away with the two-seamer in the middle of the pitch before, and then throws that same pitch again, but runs it in on the hands. And as you said, broke Machado's bat. Excellent pitch by Jamison Tyone.
2 down. Xander Bogaerts the batter. Bogaerts nothing for 2. He's very, very talented shortstop. Here's the pitch. A little dribbler. This should end the inning. Tyone picks it up, lobs to first. Got him. 6 strong innings for Jamison Tyone. We will see if that's the end of his day or not. Bottom line, he gets out of this jam. No runs for the Padres. It's on to...
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with a baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
one. That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
He'll be all right.
He put this show on, and he got a standing ovation.
Sitting off for the Dodgers and batting.
Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
With your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at Village of Bedford Park.
Single and a hit by pitch. Cubs would love to add an insurance run or 6 right about now. 4-3 lead as the Cubs bat here in the 7th inning. Ballesteros is on deck. Nico with a count of 1-1. Bradley Rodriguez delivers. It's outside for a ball. And the right-hander for the Padres fires again. Nico cracks it foul down the left field line. As soon as Nico bats, we'll pass along a station ID break. Pause for 10 seconds. And now the 2-2 from Bradley. A little looper and a shallow right coming in and making a sliding catch is Tatis. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score. On Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Pretty good play by Tatis in right. Horner is out number 1. Bradley Rodriguez now working on Moises Ballesteros. Boy, a lot of syllables in this matchup. This pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ballesteros has had some good looking at bats today. He's hit the ball hard. His timing has been good, but he's 0 for 3. That's the way it goes sometimes. Had a grand slam on Monday night, and the Cubs win. And the next pitch is in there for a strike. Actually, the Cubs lost the game on Monday night. They came back to win last evening, 8-3. Pete Crow-Armstrong had a big 3-run homer late. And the pitch on the way. Hit in the air, right center field, shallow, coming in and making the running catch is Merrill. And that's going to be out number 2.
And we're coming to you live all season long. The Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. First outs are always sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
This team plays pretty good defense. Ron, the Padres, yeah. They're very athletic. 2 down, nobody on. Bregman takes outside.
I think that's the key, what you just said. They're very athletic, a lot like the Cubs. You know, they get a lot of guys that can run around the field and cover a lot of ground, infield and outfield.
Bregman looks at a ball high. They will be at Wrigley Field the final day of June to start a 3-game series. Here's the pitch inside. Look out. Bregman has to duck out of the way at the very last second. 3-0 on Alex.
Pitch up and in. It's a changeup. And it is high and tight. There's no doubt. That's been a lot of pitches up and in the Cubs hitters this series. And I don't think they're intentional knockdown pitches over and over, but there's been a lot of them.
Outside ball 4. Bregman gets the walk. 2 down, a man on. The batter is Ian Happ. Here's where the Cubs could really use an extra base hit from their cleanup hitter.
Ian has walked. flown out to right and punched out. Yeah, they really could. You'd love to get an insurance run here in the 7th.
Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Happ hits one in the air to left, slicing toward the line. Long run, Castellanos. Can't get there. It bounces in fair territory and then bounces over the side wall. The Padres get a break. It's a ground rule double for Happ. Castellanos playing way off the line, could not get there. It landed maybe a foot from the foul line and then had that reverse spin, Ron, so it bounced up into the stands in foul territory. And the Padres get a little bit of a break.
Yeah, there's no doubt if that ball stays in the field of play, Bregman scores easily, but that was not the case. And be a little meeting on the mound here.
Niebla, the pitching coach, is out to see about the right-hander. The entire infield gathers around. Michael Busch is up. Ron, if you're Michael Busch, what's in your mind in this situation?
Well, you've got 2 outs. You're really, you've already got the scouting report on the guy you're facing. So early in this at bat, you're really trying to zone in on a pitch that you think you can handle and just do damage. Cubs need a big base hit. I think like a lot of at-bats, you've got a plan of attack against the guy. And the other thing about it is, he just pitched to Ballesteros and left-hander Happ. So you've seen kind of how he's trying to attack the left-handed hitters.
Busch trying to come through. Cubs lead by a run. The pitch off speed and high. Walks to Cubs batters, by the way. Sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Remember, a walk is free. A DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Busch is due. Nothing for 2 today. Hitless in 9 at-bats in the series. Swings and misses. He was on it. Came up empty. 1-1.
Yeah, good swing by Michael on that changeup. Might have been a little out front, but still a good swing. He put a big rip on it.
Happ leading at second. Bregman away from third. Fastball inside. 2-1. Cub fans here ready to make some noise if Michael Busch can drive in a run or 2. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss on a change.
And the 7th inning is sponsored by Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for whatever the road takes you.
Bradley with the count of 2-2 comes set. Runners take their lead, second and third. And the pitch, ground ball right side, fielded by France. Underhand feed to the pitcher on the bag. And that ends the inning. Cubs don't score, leave a pair, middle of inning number 7. Cubs 4, Padres 3. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Steve Hamilton pitching. Oh, there's the volley floater, and it falls back. And listen to the crowd. And he says, all right, maybe I'll do it again. Yeah, here it is. Look at it. And he fouled it again. And Munson makes the catch. And Tony Hawk throws his hands in the air. And listen to this crowd go wild.
In the dirt, blocked again. Here comes Garcia. Nobody's covering home. The Royals win. The Royals flush their frustration. Hard ground ball. Runner breaks from third. Throw home for a tag. Myers extends. Save. He avoided the tag at the plate. A disappearing act to dive at the dish.
Deep out to left center. Carter's back. Reaches up and he makes the catch. Evan Carter just brought a home run back. That saved 3 runs.
My goodness, the Sox go back to back to back. This offense is clicking right now.
Cedon back onto the warning track on the run. Leads and makes
It's a spectacular play. Cedon is Spider-Man, and there's one away.
My God. The coordination to get there to make the play and then to absorb the wall.
.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
A reminder that all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
Ty France to lead off this 7th inning. Jamison Tyone still in the game. The veteran pitching a very good ball game today. He's only allowed 3 hits all day. Here comes the 0-1. France hits a high fly ball. Should be playable. Shallow center. Routine for Pete Crow-Armstrong. 1 down.
A really nice start to the 7th for JMO. Doubles by Cubs batters. 8.5 doubled last inning. Sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense.
First out in the inning, by the way. Sponsored by Xfinity. Miguel Andujar batting. Checks his swing. Did he go? No swing. Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that. Cubs 4, Padres 3, 7th inning. Fastball strike, 1-1. Tyone looking for his 2nd win of the year. Here's the windup and the next offering. Swing and a miss. Had him way out in front of a beautiful slow curve. I wouldn't mind seeing another one like that.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Took a little bit off it and ended up down and away.
One away, 7th inning. Cubs lead by 1. And the 1-2 pitch. Bouncer toward the middle, but that's right where Shaw is, near the bag, and the second baseman throws him out. 2 down. Couple of routine outs behind Tyone. As long as they're routine, a manager generally will say, why make the change? If they start hitting the ball hard, even if they're not hits, if they're hard outs, you think he might be losing it.
Yep, they're starting to square him up, but I think, the situation the Cubs are in bullpen-wise, JMO's pitching well. Only giving up 3 hits in the game.
Jake Cronenworth, the batter, he'll take outside. Now, you don't want this guy getting on. He's very athletic. He's been known to steal a bag. And the pitch to the left-handed batting Cronenworth. It's low and outside, 2-0. Now, he's not hitting early in the year. A 149 batting average. He's better than that.
Yeah, he's been a guy that's been a productive big league player for a long time.
The 2-0 to Cronenworth. Just outside, ball 3. Nick Castellanos is on deck. He homered his last time up.
Corbin Martin warming up in the bullpen for the Cubs.
Cronenworth takes a strike.
That's a big pitch here. 3-1. You don't want to groove one and let Cronenworth hit one to tie the game.
Swinging a fly ball left center. He missed it. Pete Crow-Armstrong backpedaling, makes the catch in deep left center, and that ends the inning. A 1-2-3 for Jamison Tyone. We go to inning number 8. We got a good one going. Cubs 4, Padres 3. This is the score and the North.
I'm only McDowell. I'm grabbing onto one of Cecil's legs, holding on for dear life. If it gets any tougher, guarantee you Cecil's not going anyplace.
And Seiko, a towering pop-up. This ought to be interesting. It's coming back toward first base. Fielder can't get it.
This is actually maybe the first time that I recall they're going to call a game on the wind.
Well, they're going to stop it.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Water supply. Visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
Cubs up 4-3, top of the 8th inning here in San Diego. The 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars indicated. Donate your car today, Patrick. I think Jameson Taillon, from seeing the reaction to the guys in the Cubs dugout, his day's going to be done, but a very nice day. 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs for J-Mo. A very good outing for Jameson Taillon.
You take those numbers every single time out. As we go to the 8th inning, Jason Adam, former Cub right-hander, now with San Diego, on the mound. Michael Conforto batting. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to the left-handed batter. Check swing, it missed, and the count now 2-0. The attendance today, 36,513. Let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. There's a strike, 2-1. It looks like I was a little bit closer than Ron and Zach today.
Well, congratulations, partner.
Well,
wow. Getting a standing ovation from the guys behind us.
Bill Lippis thought that he was the winner, but Bill, in order to win, you do have to submit a figure. Here's the pitch. Low and inside for a ball, and the count now 2-1. So we enjoy working with Bill every time we come here to San Diego. He's a native of San Diego. He told us that last time. He's been here his whole life. Not right here in the ballpark, but this area. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to right. Well hit, but not far enough. And Tatis is going to make the catch. And that is out number 1. Please stay tuned for the Toast of the Game ball player. Ron Coomer will have that assignment. That's coming up in the 9th inning and sponsored by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Zach Zaidman industriously preparing the post-game show for us and for you.
Yeah.
And for himself. Look out. Matt Shaw backs away from a high inside fastball.
Boy, that's a whole boatload of high inside fastballs that Cubs have seen. Let's say that's a changeup. It wasn't a fastball, but how many times the Cubs been dumped this series? It's got to be 6-7 times guys have been knocked down.
It's frightening.
Yeah.
There's the 1-0 to Shaw. Behind him, another off-speed pitch that was not even close. It was a 76-mile-an-hour so-called sweeper or a breaking ball. How do you miss that if you're a big league pitcher? He threw it behind him.
Yeah, the ball just came out of it. You lose the grip on the ball as you're starting to release it. That's what happened.
It's 2-0. Adam working on Shaw. And there's a strike. 2-1. But Zach is preparing that post-game show, the so-called Old National Bank Cubs radio post-game show. That's the official bank of the Chicago Cubs radio network. Nice to have Old National Bank with us. Here comes the 2-1. Shaw swings and misses, 2-2. Anytime the opponents make a pitching change. That is sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. Dribbled foul toward third. Shaw stays alive. Shaw getting a chance to play here of late. Dansby Swanson missing today's game. Deep fly ball to left. In the corner. Back toward the wall is Castellanos. And that ball is going to be a home run. It's a home run for Matt Shaw. I had to wait because it's a shaded area in that corner. Castellanos is very tall. He's about 6'4". He went to that wall run, made a leaping try, and I couldn't tell immediately if he caught it or if it was just beyond the glove. It was just beyond. It's a home run and a big run for the Cubs.
Huge run, a huge swing of the bat for Matty Shaw. Towering shot, and I agree. And Castellanos goes up over the wall and reaches. And this ball lands in the second row, not the first. And because of that, it ended up being a home run.
Shaw with his third of the year. That's one of the biggest ones he's had in his brief big league career. Gives the Cubs a little breathing room. It's now 5-3. Shaw with his third of the year, his 10th run batted in. And here's Pete Crow-Armstrong trying to check his swing and committing too far out in front. The count is 1-1 on Pete. Pete with a big 2-run homer back in the fourth inning. So the bottom of the order today, Ron, has driven in all of the 5 runs. Here's a swing and a foul back out of play. The number 8 hitter, Pete Crow-Armstrong, with 3 runs batted in. And Shaw with the homer a minute ago. And Miguel Amaya, remember, the number 9 hitter, drove in the first run back in the second. You need that sometimes. You need the bottom of the order to come through. You can't rely on the guys 1 through 5 every single game. 2-2 on PCA. 1 away in the inning. Cubs with a 2-run lead. And now Pete takes strike 3 called. 2 down.
Now, I don't think, we hope Matt Shaw does not get another at bat in this game. Let's Cubs hit around here. But he is a triple away from the cycle.
It's always the tough one to get.
Yeah.
I'll bet you had numerous games, single, double home run.
Yeah, I did.
Fastball up and in to Amaya. Did you ever have a triple and a homer and a single?
I did. Yep.
Oh, did you really?
I
a
did.
Double shot.
Early in my big league career. I think it was my first full season in Old Tiger Stadium.
Here comes the pitch now to Amaya, in there for a strike.
Got triple first at bat.
Triple must have gone somewhere in center field, or right center.
Yeah, right center field in that deep part of right center in Old Tiger Stadium. Stand-up triple. Then I hit
Stand-up triple.
and then I hit a 3-run homer the next at bat in the upper deck. Yeah, I singled, and then my last at bat, I hit a ball over the center fielder's head, and he caught it over his shoulder. Deep and it was 440 if you remember the Old Tiger Stadium center field.
Oh, it was a
bomb to hit it to that part of the field.
As the players say, it's a $5 cab ride just to get out to the center field fence here.
Yeah.
Who was the center fielder?
Chad played for the Angels too.
Meyer?
No.
Chad. I think I know who you're talking about. He played for one of the New York teams as well. Chad. Zach will know this.
Curtis?
Chad Curtis.
Chad Curtis.
Caught it over, and question was, would I have kept going to third if that ball got over him?
3-2 pitch fouled into the Cubs third base dugout. Look out.
Yeah. Coming in hot. It is hard to pull a ball that far behind you. I can tell you that. That pitch had to almost hit Amaya, and he hit it.
3-2. Jason Adam, the Padre right-hander, fires. That's off the inside corner, ball 4. Amaya gets on for the second time. It brings up Nico Horner. Nico with a hit and a hit by pitch today. He's been on a couple of times. He had a key 2-run double in last night's Cubs win. And he's playing shortstop today in the absence of Dansby Swanson. Here's the pitch on the way. Nico pokes it foul off to the right, out of play. Cubs trying to win the series after losing the opener. Well, I keep saying that. They did win the opener, lost last night. Here comes the next pitch on the way. A swing and a fly ball to center. Pretty well hit, but it's playable. And Merrill is going to make the catch. Let me get this right again. The Padres won the opener 9-7. The Cubs won 8-3 last night. And the Cubs leading today 5-3 here in the 8th inning. Big home run for Matt Shaw. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 5, Padres 3 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Crow-Armstrong.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting glove?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Guardians knock off the Rays 3-1. Chase DeLauder had a 2-run single. Colson Montgomery a walk-off single in the 10th. White Sox beat the Angels 3-2.
Zach will get back to those in a minute. Corbin Martin makes his first pitch. It's high to Nick Castellanos. Zach?
Cole Young had the go-ahead hit for the Mariners in the 9th as they beat the Twins 5-3. The Rangers shut out the Yankees 3-0. Josh Young with a 2-run single.
Nick Castellanos swings away and fouls it away, 1-1.
The Blue Jays an 8-1 drubbing of the Red Sox. And Javier Sanoa, the go-ahead RBI single for Miami as the Marlins edge the Dodgers 3-2. Giants and Phillies postponed.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
And the Astros and Orioles also rained out. That game was scheduled to be played in Baltimore. Pat?
So those games will be rescheduled, I would think. Possibly tomorrow if there's an off day. Otherwise, they'll have to make a return trip to that city. We've been there and done that.
Mm-hmm.
1-2 on Nick Castellanos. And he will check and take down low for a ball. Cubs pitching changes. These are brought to you by James Hardie Building Products, of course. Siding with the Cubs, James Hardie. Great outing by Tyone today. Fastball is high. 7 strong innings. A quality start. 3 runs allowed. He had just one little sinking spell run in the 5th inning. He gave up a home run to Andujar after he walked Cronenworth. Castellanos hit a 2-run homer. And that was all of their scoring, a span of 3 batters. And now high to Castellanos for ball 4, something that Corbin Martin did not want to do.
No, not at all. Yeah, that 5th inning, for J-Mo, he just made a couple pitches, couple breaking balls that he hung, and he paid the price for both of them. But outside of just a couple pitches, in 90-plus pitches in the ballgame, he was outstanding. Great job by Jamison Tyone today.
Cubs could really use a double play ball right now. Luis Camposano, the catcher, is batting. He's also their number 9 hitter. And now Martin ready for the pitch. Swing and a miss. If you were trying to get a double play run and you were pitching, what pitch would you throw?
Well, you try to get them. You try to change up there. You either jam them with the ground ball, or a little spinner down and away, and see if you get the rollover ground ball.
Down low for a ball, 2-1. Would a sinking fastball be a possibility?
Yeah, that's that. Either run it in on his hands or start it out away and run it to the outside corner.
Cubs out hitting San Diego 9-3. Short lead by Castellanos. The pitch very high. 3-1.
It's a big pitch in the ball game.
The number 9 hitter waiting. And the delivery, swing and a miss.
High fastball. Probably swung at ball 4. That pitch was up and out of the zone.
I thought he might even be taking all the way. Camposano represents the tying run in this game. Castellanos being held by Bush at first. Shaw way over near second. There's a huge hole on the right side of the infield. And the pitch. Fastball inside. He walked him. Back-to-back walks to begin the inning. Tommy Hotovy out to the mound to see about Corbin Martin. Jackson Merrill is due up. A pinch runner goes into the game at first. Bryce Johnson is running at first base.
Well, we saw Johnson the last couple of days. He can really run. Yeah, and you walk 8 and 9 to get to the top of this lineup, so you're going to have to go through Merrill, Tatis, and Machado.
The entire infield around the pitcher, Corbin Martin. Well, I guess a bunt would be a possibility. What do you think?
It's a possibility, but I would anticipate them having everybody swing. Third baseman Bregman's playing in on the grass, and so is Bush. He's going to play right behind the runner at first. Johnson, who's the pinch runner. Cubs not real sure if they're going to bunt, so one guy in, one guy back.
Merrill, the left-handed batter, swings and misses at the first pitch. Good sharp bender, 0-1. Shaw backs up a few steps after that swing. Runners take their leads, first and second. Merrill checks and takes down low, and the count now 1-1.
It's always surprising to me. You walk 2 guys in to start the inning late in a game like this, and a guy comes up and swings at first pitch, and it's not a strike.
Surprised me too, Ron. Here's the 1-1. Outside. 2-1. Martin having a hard time with his command right now. And this crowd, primarily Padre fans, making a lot of noise at Petco Park. The 2-1 on the way. Called a strike. And it's 2-2.
That was a fastball, center cut right down the middle.
Castellanos leads at second. Johnson away from first. The pitch by Martin. In the dirt for ball 3. Cubs pitching changes brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. And now the count is full. The pitch on the way. Swing and a foul back. We'll do it again. Talked about the quality start by Jamison Tyone. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. All quality starts. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Martin backs away, wasn't ready to work. Now the runners lead at first and second. And the pitch on the way. Inside, ball 4. No challenge. 3 consecutive walks to start the inning.
Well, Maya's going to go out to the mound and try to talk to Martin. I think this is just to give Ben Brown just a little bit more time. He's the one warming up in the bullpen. Maya with a long, slow walk out there. And then that'll bring out Craig Counsell.
Craig Counsell is reaching the foul line now, emerging from the third base dugout area. And I believe that a pitching change is forthcoming. It is. So pitching changes for the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. We got a nail biter. Cubs lead, but it's in jeopardy right now. Cubs on top 5-3. Padres with the bases loaded, nobody.
My security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted the famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
/MLB Plus to subscribe today. Pat?
Okay, the pressure is on Ben Brown coming in from the bullpen. The crowd making a tremendous amount of noise. The Padres are in the middle of their batting order. Fernando Tatis Jr., the first man up. Bases loaded, nobody out. 8th inning. Cubs clinging to a 5-3 lead. Cubs keep the infield back. Tatis waiting. And the pitch by Brown. Swing and a foul back. 0-1. He challenged him.
Good gas by Brownie in on the hands of Tatis, 96 miles an hour.
Outfield respectfully deep against Fernando Tatis. Brown working from the stretch. The big right-hander ready and fires. Fastball is high.
Cubs playing the infield back, obviously, but they're looking for double play. They would love to turn a pair here with a 2-run lead.
A ball and a strike on Fernando Tatis Jr. Ben Brown fires. Swinging a high fly ball, deep center field. Playable for Crow-Armstrong near the track. Makes the catch. A run will score. The throw goes to second base. And that's the first out in the inning. Advancing to third on the play is Johnson. Holding at first is Merrill. Castellanos scores. The Cubs still lead, but now it's a precarious 5-4. And that's the first out in the inning.
Well, Tatis hits this ball well, straightaway center. Now you really could use that ground ball.
Manny Machado, the batter. First out in the inning brought to you by Xfinity. Infield back. Tying run at third. Fastball up and in. First out sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Machado nothing for 3 today with a pair of strikeouts. Cubs on top 5-4. Padres at first and third, one away, 8th inning. And the next pitch. Bouncer back toward the middle. Glove by Shaw. Steps on second. Throws to first. Double play. A double play ends the inning. What a job by Ben Brown getting out of that jam. Just a routine chopper toward the middle.
Salvi waits for a 2-2. Here it comes. And a swing and a ball well hit. Deep center. Geloff back, looking up, and it's going to be a home run.
Tattered and battered. Ball was on the line, just like the last home run he hit at the K. A frozen rope.
Salvi, a 425-foot home run, ties this game. Deflected off the building to the left of the batter's eye, and Salvi has the Royals on the board, and the game is tied 1-1.
He's aboard ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin last year, the first 30-30 season in D-backs history.
Corbin Carroll lines it to right. And it's off the wall. Marte coming around. Corbin Carroll, he's going the distance. He's going for speed.
94 down and in, right in his wheelhouse. Thought that ball had a chance to get out of here off the bat, but it hits at the base of the fence out there. And then one of our favorite things to watch, Corbin Carroll legging out a triple.
High in the air to right. Carpenter back to the track. He's back to the wall. And it's gone.
Halfway home to the cycle for Corbin Carroll. It's his first of the year, and it's 5-0 Diamondbacks to the bottom of the second.
Breaking ball down and in slider, battling, trying to locate that pitch. And that's not where you want to throw it to a lefty, especially when that lefty's named Corbin Carroll. 2 big blasts.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Mason Miller is the new Padre pitcher. He's the closer. being brought in this one-run game. And he has fallen behind the count 2-0 on Moises Ballesteros. Power against power right here. Pitch to Moises, taken for a strike. All opposing pitching changes are brought to you by Sloan. Sloan, of course, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. Cubs 5, Padres 4. Cubs batting in the top of the 9th inning. It's been quite a series. Ballesteros waits and takes in the dirt for a ball. We saw Miller on Monday night in the opener. He surrendered 2 earned runs. Noteworthy only because he had a long stretch of scoreless innings going.
Yeah.
He had a streak of 34 2/3 scoreless innings consecutive without giving up a run. Before that game, here's a ground ball to third. Moving toward the line is Andujar, and the throw across is in time. Kind of a check swing by Ballesteros, and he's out number 1.
Tough play of the game, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. Tell you what, to end that last inning, that's tough. Brownie came in and made a great pitch and turned Machado into a double play to preserve the lead for the Cubs.
One away, here's Alex Bregman taking high. First out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that. Bregman's been on base a couple of times with a single and a walk. Takes outside. You can just tell, Ron, when a guy is really a hard thrower, there's just a slight different look to the batter as the pitch is coming in.
There's no doubt. You have to be absolutely ready to pull the trigger. When he cocks back, you better get back there.
Even on an average big league pitcher, you don't have much time to make up your mind. It almost seems like you have no time when a guy throws this hard.
Yep.
Low and outside. Bregman draws the walk with 1 away.
Good at bat by Bregman. That's third time he's been on base today. Stolen bases by the Cubs. They're sponsored by Atturo Tire, hometown tire. Get called safe with Atturo Tires. Find yours at Atturo.com. Boy, Cubs could use a big hit here.
Ian Happ, the batter, batting left-handed against Mason Miller. And he'll take an off-speed pitch for ball 1.
Back-to-back outings for Miller coming into the game. Not in a closing situation.
Now the 1-0 on the way. Happ swings and fouls it back. To be very honest about it, Ron, closers make their money by saving games.
Yeah, that's right.
And when they don't have that opportunity, sometimes they just don't quite look the same on the mound. They're a little wilder. They get hit a little harder. They're just not as clean.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Absolutely. Home plate umpire Mark Ripperger got smoked with that foul ball right in the left kind of collarbone area. I think he's okay.
Ian Happ, the Cubs cleanup hitter. Cleanup hitters are sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. The pitch by Miller, swing and a miss by Ian. Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Frigidaire kitchen today at grandappliance.com. Cubs lead by a run, top of the 9th, 1 away and a man at first. And the pitch to Happ, fouled at the plate. He was on him.
Foul tip hit Fermin in the glove. That one shook him up.
It's been an errorlessly played game today. Some real nice defense on both sides. Cubs out hitting San Diego by quite a disparity 9-3 in the hit column, but leading only 5-4 in the runs. Now the 1-2 from Mason Miller. Happ checks and takes in the dirt, running and trying to take second is Bregman. He's safe. The throw goes into center field, but Bregman has already committed himself to sliding headfirst at second, and he'll stay there. Alert base running. Bregman safe on the wild pitch.
That's a great read by Bregman. He sees the breaking ball in the dirt. When a guy throws this hard, for the catcher, they just got to be prepared to catch, block, do whatever they can. Fermin does a good job of blocking this breaking ball. It bounces on the plate. But Bregman takes off right away. Good base run.
That could be a mighty big tally out at second. 2-2 on Ian Happ. One away, ninth inning. Here's the next pitch. A little bit outside. Miller thought he had him. The Padres, in fact, are going to challenge that call by Mark Ripperger.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
It is a strike, and Happ is out number 2.
High backdoor breaking ball catches the very top edge of the strike zone.
So with a man at second, now there are 2 down. It's up to Michael Busch. Busch, without a hit today, does have a base on balls. Takes outside from Miller. Miller throwing quite a few off-speed pitches in the deliveries he has thrown so far for whatever reason. He's known for the fastball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball.
It is kind of odd, and he did that the other night too. He comes in, he's throwing 100 miles an hour, and he's throwing primarily hooks.
Activity in the Cub bullpen. I believe that's Javier Assad.
Yeah, Assad. He's going to get a chance to close this game out, I think.
Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a drive. Right center field. On the run, the center fielder, Merrill. Merrill makes a running catch. Merrill has great speed. He ran down that ball, caught it on the dead run in deep right center, and that ends the inning. Busch gave it a ride, but it's out number 3. We go to the...
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
They've got a man picked off. Chavez hits his top of his hat. Now they get Napoli at third base. How about that? It hit the top of the helmet of Chavez and bounced directly at an Angels infielder. A huge out here in the 7th inning.
Oh, they dodged a huge bullet there.
Stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Ben Brown out to work the 9th inning. He's got a chance to save this game now. Xander Bogaerts, the leadoff hitter, takes a strike, 0-1. Most of the field in bright sunshine. The left field corner now in the shade. Here's a pitch outside, and the shade from the upper deck, it looks like maybe one of the light towers, is right around the home plate area.
Yeah.
It might be a slight bit of distraction. Bogaerts waits. Here comes the 1-1, swing and a miss.
I think the ball coming into that area, because that's where the ball starts breaking right at the end. It would be a little bit of a distraction to see the ball. Ninth inning is sponsored by Circa Resort Casino. Get ready for the time of your life at circalasvegas.com.
Cubs trying to win back-to-back games after losing the opener here in San Diego. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's one. Ron, it's time for you to think about the Binny's Beverage Depot Toast of the Game ball player. Binny's. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Who do you like for the Toast of the Game?
Now, there's a couple candidates. I think Matty Shaw with a single, a double, and a home run. He is definitely a candidate. But I think Jameson Taillon's got to be the guy today against this lineup. 7 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits only, 6 punch-outs. And, when the Cubs bullpen has been banged up, for JMO to go 7, that is a huge deal for the Cubs. So Jameson Taillon will be our Toast of the Game ball player by Binny's Beverage Depot.
Here's the 1-0, ground ball to third, gloved by Bregman. The toss across, that's out number 2. The Padres are down to their last chance. Brown has retired all 4 batters he has faced. He did allow a sacrifice fly, but nobody has reached against him. And now the Padres are down to their last chance. Instead of Miguel Andujar, I believe a pinch batter, Gavin Sheets, is going to bat.
Sheets does have a home run in this series. Catch of the Game sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real catch, and so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make yours at catchdesmoines.com. And Craig Counsell coming out now, and I think he's going to go to the left-hander. I believe Milner is warming up in the pen, so to finish this game out, he's going to go with Milner against the lefty.
Great outing by Ben Brown. One of the best of his young career, Ron.
Absolutely. You come in bases loaded and nobody out, and the top of the lineup coming up for San Diego, and you get out of that inning late in the game with the top of their lineup, their 3 top hitters, and you only give up.
Jack Leiter making his season debut.
He's 148 K, second among all AL rookies.
Jets 2-2, and a swing and a miss. There's his first strikeout of the season. He gets Mayo for the second out of the inning. To be the way to pitch. Here's the 3-2. And that's right in there. Alonso just frozen.
Sinking fastball from Leiter. He retires the side in order for the first time tonight.
Big over-the-top windup, and the 1-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging with a cutter at 94. Nice assortment of pitches there from Jack Leiter. And that new pitch, the cutter, strikes out Adley Rutschman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Great screwball action, a changeup at 92. So Leiter making use of a couple of pitches he didn't even have 2 years ago when he made his major league debut.
It's 2-2 and a swing and a miss. Got him chasing a curveball, and Leiter, I don't know that he loved where that one ended up, but he got the job done.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Ramon Laureano pinch hitting. And the first pitch by Hobie Milner is taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. Milner trying to close it out, facing just one batter if he can get him out. Here's a dribbler foul, and now the count is 0-2. Ron, what's on your mind?
I just think what you want to do is you want to stay away from something down and in to Lariano, unless it's well in off the plate. That is going to be the one thing that he is going to be able to elevate and lift and hit a home run.
2 down. Padres down to their last strike. Cubs lead 5-4, bottom of the 9th inning. Bases empty, 2 down and 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over. The Cubs win here in San Diego. Hobie Milner strikes out the pinch batter Laureano. Ben Brown did a magnificent job in setup relief. And the bullpen really did a tremendous job. And Jamison Tyone was brilliant, but a well-pitched game for the Cubs from start to finish today, Ron.
Absolutely. You got to love, Ben Brown coming in and doing his job. That was outstanding to get 3 outs, the bases loaded, and nobody out coming in with the top of the lineup. And now Milner coming in and finishing this game off. Very good. Just a good all-around game for the Cubs. Some big swings of the bat. Matty Shaw with a big day, too.
Ron, it's time to fly the W. Sponsored by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Chicago Cubs. Cubs win 5-4. We'll be back with the totals in a moment on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
It's hard to imagine buying anything more important than your future home.
I know the place is empty, but do you hear that?
It sounds like Thanksgiving.
What about that puppy?
Let's do this.
With a mortgage from Consumers Credit Union, you get a super helpful team, low fees, and rates so great they make dreams come true. Consumers Credit Union, the people in your corner. Consumers Credit Union is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 692733. Federally insured by NCUA.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save